Well, hello, and you are so welcome to my den. This is the place where I hide away, where I meet with the Lord, and where I minister to people who come to see me. It's an intimate place. It's a small room, as you can see, and it also houses the majority of my books, which tend to get sprinkled around the house. So this afternoon, I want to speak to you about a series of things starting with C: closure, conversion, and commissioning. By the end of this, you should know exactly where you are. Because if we leave somewhere, a church or a situation, if we leave work or we leave a marriage even, if people are taken from us suddenly by bereavement, we need to make closure on what's happened. Because if we don't make a proper closure, we carry it over into the next thing, the next page, the next chapter in our book that is our life's journey. So it's extremely important that we make closure and go forward well. So I'll perhaps use the example of being in church first of all. So you feel that God is moving you on and you want to go to pastures new and fresh fields. It's so important that you leave well, that you are at peace with every person in the congregation, and that you tell the leadership what you intend to do. It's courtesy apart from anything else, and the Lord, you know, is exceedingly courteous. He's never rude to us, he never shouts at us, and he never gets angry with us. So when we're going, it's extremely important that from the top down we let people know what we're doing. So we tell the leadership first, and they perhaps want to announce it to the congregation. But it is so important that you make sure that there's no one in that congregation with whom you have an issue, against whom you might hold a grudge. Because actually you're not holding a grudge. A grudge, beloved, is holding you. And the other person is probably totally unaware of it, and it's only you that is suffering. So unforgiveness, bitterness and resentment have to be looked at. No blame, no shame, just take time to look at these things so that you make closure properly. It's perhaps even more important in a marriage if that has ended, as unfortunately some marriages do, that there's no rancour on your part. You cannot be responsible for your partner or ex-partner, but you must do all you can to be amicable towards the other person. God, you know, comes looking for fruit. He doesn't come looking for gift. He comes looking for the fruit of his Spirit and the likeness of his Son in our lives. And it is his to live and ours to die for, really. There has to be this dying process to the old nature, to the sinful nature that would want to retaliate, want to have the last word, want to get the pound of flesh. And remember that if you seek to vindicate yourself, he cannot vindicate you. He will not. While you stand up for yourself and fight for your rights, he cannot do so. Submission, as hard a pill as it is the way to fruitfulness. A meek and submissive heart, it says in James, that is like an adornment to a woman, if she is submissive and meek. I can hear you screaming from here, but truly, to be in submission to God and then to one another is the way to a fruitful, peaceful, restful life. And it isn't difficult, because if you've submitted to God, you won't find it difficult to submit to other people.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, click the red button to subscribe to Beryl's videos. Then what you need to do after that is click on the icon to the right hand side and click the little tick box that will notify you whenever Beryl uploads a new video.